Well, hello, welcome back to my little page or my channel. Make sure that you guys are like doing all the little thingies like liking, sharing, subscribing, like all that fun stuff. That just kind of helps me get my messages out. But as promised, I said I would be back with another video, and boy, is it interesting. So, the first thing I had was that good news was coming and that it was something that we already know. Like, we have gotten downloads, or this collective's been getting downloads, right? Like, we have been kind of told to move in silence, be aware of what's going on, but not observing things, like just looking at everything from the bigger picture, right? So, like, we know that the wheel is spinning in our favor. Like, we know that we're on the upper spokes, okay? We know this. We're getting downloads, and we're not uncomfortable here. No, we're not uncomfortable at all. However, sometimes like fear and doubt like creep in, right? Because people are like projecting against us and they're angry, right? Because for so long we've had to hide what's going on because we were getting downloads like, just be quiet, like just work on yourself, worry about yourself, because they will be the undoing of themselves, right? Well, that's what's coming in. You're getting good news about something that is going to make all of this energy here that you healed from, that you transitioned out of, worth it. Like, there's some very good news that's coming in. But again, like I said, this isn't anything you haven't heard or gotten a download about or heard other readers, okay? Use your discernment. Again, like I said, only take what resonates, only take what fits, like you know your story best. But if you are here following this collective or you're watching other readers like me, we're kind of saying the same thing. But again, use your discernment. Only take what resonates, leave the rest here for somebody else to test, okay? Or to take a taste of, to test it, all right? There is no question that we are one of the soldiers in God's army, right? We all are in some way, but some of us have had quite the battle, all right? Like, one of the toughest warrior type energies, okay? So the second message that I got, besides like, good news is finally arriving, it's coming. And I mean, that's like the wands, like that's what, like weeks? I look at swords and wands as very quick. Swords or wands can be days or weeks, The second message I got was, she's got something. Like, she's got something. And I was like, got something? Like, what? Nothing's come in for is this a tangible pentacle thing? What is this? She's got something. Then the cards came out. Of course they're stalking you. Of course they're fucking watching you. They don't know how, only they know everything they've done to block you. And when I say they, I mean the karmics, right? You're going to find out everything that they did. And it's going to blow your gosh darn mind when you find out. Like, you may have an inkling, you may have an idea, but you will not understand how much it was, to the extent of what it was done, all the different kinds of things that were done to block things from you. But when I was thinking like, oh, she's got something, it was more of a, what the hell is protecting her? How is she doing this? She's got something. There's something about her, right? How is she? She's got something. And they're watching. They know something's coming in for you too, which is why you feel like you do, okay? So then I was like, what can you tell me about what's coming in? And they gave me this. And I was like, okay. So through everything, we didn't shut down our heart chakra. We're really moving forward out of our heart space. We're doing what we want. We're listening to our heart, to our intuition, right? So then it was giving me, yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus, right? And these came out. Do you have any idea how amazing this is? The freaking Ace of Pentacles, and never-ending cup of blessings, of full emotional happiness. Doesn't have to be love, okay? Can be work, friendship, community, family. family, reunions, okay? This seed here, this is what gives you the 10 of Pentacles, and the reason you're getting it is because you're fucking ready to turn it into the 10 of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands, you are going to have the energy, you're going to have the drive, the inspiration, you are going to have the resources to do anything that you want. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. I did a video earlier and I said, you know, God's your sugar daddy. The universe is always doing things for you. Let them show you. Okay, I don't know where you want. Okay. So you are getting victory. Okay, that's the most important part. But you know, there's always haters. There's always little children who keep trying to come back into this energy, right? They don't want this to be over, right? But no, God is saying this is done. The Most High is saying this is done. All right? What he needs you to do is he needs you to forgive yourself. You're hanging on to some form of guilt, okay? You're hanging on to something, you know, you're very disappointed in yourself about something you're hanging on to, okay? That was painful for you. So either decisions that were made or things that happened or things you said or things you did, those were not your fault. Yeah, you understand that you did these things. You've already accepted that you did these things. But what you're not accepting is that they were in direct reaction to what you thought was a King of Pentacles, but he really was this. You've taken ownership of it. You understand, yeah, you're still responsible for the marks that you leave, right? But you don't need to hang on to this anymore. God wants you to just let that go, because he's showing me this. They underestimated you. But in underestimating you, they underestimated him. But then he's saying they underestimated your team. They underestimated your ancestors. So they're really going to see that you are special. And there's going to be nothing they can take from you, because this is something you have done on your own. You and God. You know, you can't have this card here until this is on here on the inside, right? Like you've done it. Let go of it. Confirmation. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but my dryer's going. I think that's my dryer. Okay? You've done it. You tamed every single fucking beast in your bloodline. Not just yours. You tamed shit that weren't even sins from you. Let it go, he says. And then I asked if you wanted me to give you any information on what was done. So I'm going to share it. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to, but I just like to know, because I'm not surface level here. So you had an Emperor in reverse who came after a Queen of Cups. Okay, but let's be clear. He presented as upright. Okay, this is that King of Pentacles energy, right? He threw you to the fucking wolves constantly. He tried to keep you so fucking tired and worn down and beat down that your balance was off. There was no introspection. There was no intuition. There was no even trying to turn inward. You didn't know that was an option. You were alone and you felt alone. In a relationship, you felt like a prisoner. They kept you in a state of fear, a state of anxiety, a state of despair, because you were nothing. You had no skill. You were lazy. No work ethic. You didn't do anything right. It was all them. They did everything. You were always the problem. So they shut down your ability to create, your ability to master. They shut down your mind by keeping you imprisoned in fear. And they tried to shut this down, which this is so important, because self-love is salvation. And you never lost that. That's why you're getting what you're getting, because you did it. You are getting everything you deserve and more. I love you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.